What's good, guys? It's your boy Sima, your boy Ronto, your boy BlckkStar, and your boy Delux.
Yep.
And we are Maybe It Gets Better podcast. Clap it up for us, guys.
Yes, sir.
Where should we start? We took a little week off. You know, things were, we had Banner weekend and things are a little hectic. But I gotta ask the guys, how's your Banner weekend?
It was smooth still.
Smooth?
Smooth. Went out, got some food, got to see the city. It was a good time. Nice weather.
What about you, BlckkStar?
I stayed away from that. I'm trying to stay safe.
Bro, this guy
like I told you, no bulletproof vest. I'm not going over there.
This guy hit up the group chat saying, yo, I didn't bring my bulletproof vest this year, man.
Like everyone, a lot of people I know were worried about going to an event like that just because of like certain things that have been going around in the city lately.
I don't blame people, and I think it's such a negative look on that organization, like that event. Like, I do think you'll have fun without getting shot or injured or whatever the case may be. I think it's just how you move safe and just taking the right precautions and stuff.
Like these things can happen any day. It's not just events, but like it's still very worrisome because like big crowds, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, most definitely. Like you like I said, take the right precautions. I remember like I was downtown and I don't know if you guys remember that one year when that guy was in the middle of downtown. He started like driving his car into people. Yeah. Imagine like, you're just there randomly one day and then some mad person decides to drive his car into people. Like you never know what can happen, right?
Yeah, man, you gotta stay cautious.
You gotta keep your head on that swivel, man, for real.
Honestly,
you gotta be aware of everything around you.
Yeah, but what about you, Delux? How was your Banner weekend?
Yo, Banner weekend was good. I feel like that's like the real weekend I really just step out and try to just enjoy the city. It's tough, man. I feel like we're at that age right now where it's not our time anymore. And you can kind of see it. And I'm glad like people are outside enjoying their time and everything. It's a good look for Toronto in general. So I'm always happy on that weekend.
Yeah, that weekend is hectic, and I definitely agree that it's not our time anymore because like it's just like you get older, you do the same things every year.
Same thing, different day.
So sometimes in Toronto you get caught up in mix up and it's not even your fault.
It really isn't. Like
it's like everyone's outside. You're gonna see someone for sure.
Yo, the city's so small, and like it's one of those ones where it's like, yo, you're just in the right place, wrong place at the right time.
Or you might be in the right place at the right time. It just depends how you look at it.
But what did you do for Banner?
Not try to crash out the wrong person, bro.
What did you do for Banner, Simone?
Oh, what did I do for Banner? Honestly, bro, I'm exhausted. Let's start
taking
there.
some time
like,
to heal.
Let's start there. Like the week, yo, I think from Thursday till Monday, I was just outside. But I, you know what? I'm gonna get to my next point later. But you know, most definitely, I went to a couple parties. It was my cousin's birthday on Thursday. Sicko, he was also on the podcast. It was his birthday on Thursday, so I went to like a house party. I was chilling with him. Friday, my homie AY, another guest of the pod, he had a party Friday, so I was there with him. Deluxe was there also with me, but it was a little calm thing, you know what I'm saying? Saturday, the parade. I went with Delux. We pulled up late. Like, what time did we get there?
I think like maybe like 5-ish.
Yeah,
like
5-ish. And it was just like when we pulled up, it was just bare YNs and stuff.
Why? What time does it start?
It's like morning, like
11 or 10 or like
10,
no,
9.
like the real
masqueraders, they're there.
Yeah, the real paraders.
The fence breakers, they're there around like 12.
Yeah,
like 12. At least you get them in around there. The reps. That's when the reps get in.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yo, you have to have categories for them: the fence breakers, the paraders,
the people that come a little bit later.
Yeah, the cougars.
People that didn't want to show up, but they just showed up. That's us, like around 5, 6.
But what I love about Caribana is that you have a lot of American people talking about it. Like I met a couple people that like they're not even from the city and they're like, yo, Caribana is such a thing over in the States.
It is. It's a good staple for Toronto.
Yeah.
You know?
As much as like some demographics probably think like, oh, what's the point of it? Like it definitely brings a lot of attention to the city, right?
Oh, for sure.
So which famous American people do you know that came through?
Oh, Fabulous was here. Kalani was here.
A Boogie was here.
A Boogie. I don't know if he was here the week before, but I don't know if he stayed.
Oh, okay. I don't think he stayed.
Who else came? There was I think LeBron James didn't come this year.
LeBron James,
He didn't
yo,
come?
Chubbs called
Yeah.
it. The man said, "Yo, it's no tradition this year." And
No, they definitely try to ban him
Yeah.
from Toronto.
Kai didn't come this year.
yep. Last Saturday.
Yeah. That's why I didn't come over here. But there was a couple of celebrities I pulled up. I just can't remember everything. All of them.
Oh, what's it called? Ghost was here.
Oh yeah.
Hardwick.
Amari Hardwick. Shout out to him.
Yo, that guy's always in Toronto though too.
Yeah.
I see pictures of him.
I told y'all the story about when I met him. He's basically saying like he's been over here since like 07. Like he comes here a lot for film and stuff, right? I think he was filming something when I seen him that day. But yeah, he's like, yo, Toronto. Funny enough, there's a lot of celebrities out here on the lows.
On the low.
Yeah.
It's one of those cities you could bounce in, bounce out, and no one see you.
And like a lot of, we talked about this before, but a lot of like films and movies, maybe in the early 2000s and even now, like were shot in Toronto and you wouldn't even know, right? So.
Because we're a calm New York.
Yeah,
Basically.
I think we're like a downsized New York.
Yeah.
Cheaper New York even.
Yeah. For them at least.
Yeah.
Right. So
But I swear they do that in Vancouver too. With the
yeah,
movies.
Vancouver's also a
Vancouver.
big film staple too. And
Well,
I
have you
think
guys been seeing the filming for Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Oh yeah, I've
Yo.
seen some aura shots, man. For real.
Yeah, I swear they're
Man.
shooting that downtown.
Not here though.
I didn't see it.
I swear
Not here.
they're
I
doing
swear I
something.
forgot where the location is. It's like
I swear it's another country.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but like he's been making like great poses. It's been looking a real original, like back to just Pete being himself. No one knows him, so no Tony suit, no super teched out. The his gauntlets are like
visible.
like real crafted by a kid this time. And oh man, he just looks sick.
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
like
excited.
after watching No Way Home and seeing how like they kind of just nerfed him, like you said, no suit, no nothing, right?
Yeah.
It made me so like excited to see what they do with the character, cause it's like I don't know if you guys watch My Hero, but it's like a Deku vigilante art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know, you know,
Yeah.
right? And like that, like when a character is put on their back with like not a lot of resources, you see the best of them. Like Batman, for instance.
Facts. I
Like-
think that's why Batman's like a lot of people's favorites. Because he comes from,
He like with all the money, with all everything, he trained with Ra's al Ghul. He was in the fucking the League of Assassins?
Yeah,
League of Shadows. isn't it?
League of Shadows. Sorry, I
Yeah.
couldn't remember their name. But like,
There was assassins in there too.
yeah, but like it's just like the idea of having nothing and literally going from the bottom and training to like
Yeah.
to the peak, like his
Yeah.
peak status, right? Like
Yeah.
that is so inspiring. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about seeing in a character.
the growth.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about Spider-Man. I think they're going to go on a dark path this time.
That would be interesting. Cause he tried to murk Green Goblin in the last movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like
What?
that's adding to the story because he was like the one Spider-Man never truly experienced loss until the last movie, right? So that really does define Spider-Man as a whole because that's a canon event that all Spider-Mans have to experience. So that really could tie into like life in general. It's like
Yeah.
What
life
if-
is not without
What
pain.
if his character development this time is him going through anger issues, like serious anger issues?
I would say that's more real for the character
Yeah.
because that's actual real life. Like one thing about Hollywood and the movies, they always make the hero like the best of the best, and it's not realistic. Everyone has their ups and downs. Everyone lashes out. Everyone does, emotional shit. So, yeah, if the character actually shows that this time, I think that'll be better for.
Yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and like, you know what I like about the last movie, No Way Home? You have different perspectives of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
right? Like, we have the last two Spider-Mans and then the newest one, and it's like those are like the older male role models to the new Spider-Man, ushering a new generation of like a hero, basically, right? So it's cool to see like his growth and stuff for the next movie coming up.
Yeah.
But
So we're on the topic of movies. What other movies dropped?
Superman. I definitely
Superman?
want to talk about that.
Did you watch it?
Superman.
Oh, definitely.
Was it actually good this time?
So I mean, with James Gunn's Superman, I feel like he took an interesting approach. Like, it's not as dark as like Zack Snyder's one, right? Like
Yeah.
he really tried to show like the goodness with Superman. And if you've seen the movie, he does like things that like he saved a squirrel or like he's actually holding a building from like collapsing on people. Like you could just see the little nuances. But I could see why people don't like it because of like the stark difference.
Yeah.
But me personally, I think it really did a lot for the character.
So would you say he's like less aura farming than the James Gunn version?
than the.
I don't think he's or from
Zack
the
Snyder.
movie.
I don't think. I think he's just there because he even showed an argument, right, with him and Lois Lane, and they
Yeah.
never really did that before. And I think that James Gunn was trying to show
The human side of
the
Superman.
human side of Superman being raised by people, right? Like he's not gonna have it all figured out, and
See,
he's gonna try to work with it.
That's what I was saying before. Like now they're trying to show that the superhero's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think, yeah, honestly, I like from what I've been seeing online, the common consensus is that it's a good movie. I personally liked it. Like the visuals was crazy, and it's a new twist to Superman. You know what I mean? Like it's more refreshing. Like even when they started it, they didn't start with like the origin story of Superman. They kind of just started in the middle because a lot of people already know who Superman
Yeah,
is.
basically.
And,
Yeah,
and
we all
if
know.
the kids don't really, if it's like the kids don't really know who Superman is, like there's a lot of media out there for them to research and figure out who Superman is.
And
right?
then your parents failed you if you don't
And
understand.
then
Most
like
definitely.
it's really tiring when DC tries to make their universe and they keep starting from scratch and scratch
over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And-
DC just needs to like get on the roll.
And what I like about James Gunn, and I was watching a couple interviews with him after watching Superman, he likes to highlight characters from comic books that aren't as popular. So there's a black character. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name.
Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not like a staple DC character,
Yeah.
but he's like he has a crazy like past, crazy story, and I think I like the fact that James Gunn's actually putting that character in the forefront now because he plays a big role in the Superman movie.
But you know that's the same actor that actually got disrespected in X-Men.
Yeah.
He played I forgot his abilities, but he basically can't die. And the way that in the X-Men series they destroyed him, like they literally blew him up.
Yeah.
No, his power is literally to adapt. To anything.
Yeah.
Damn.
And X-Men did him wrong because apparently they were supposed to bring him back, and they never did.
Yeah.
So but the thing with his acting skills, as you can see in Superman, was phenomenal. Like he actually portrayed the core essence of Mr. Terrific as like a person that knows what they're doing, but at a point where it's like, yo, like come on, like I wouldn't be here if I'm not wasting my time, right?
Yeah.
So he really pulled through, and I heard that they're gonna extend his contract and everything. So I'm really happy for that.
I can't wait to see it. If you've seen it, drop a comment. Tell us
Yeah.
your thoughts.
Question for you guys before we change topics: have you guys seen Fantastic Four? Or
Nah.
even if you didn't see it, how do you guys feel about the rebrand of Fantastic Four? Because some of us grew up on the old one.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Honestly, I always liked Fantastic Four. I wish they continued on from the old ones.
Yeah.
Because where did they stop? Like Silver Surfer?
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
dropped 2 movies
Yeah.
and they stopped at Silver Surfer and then they redid it with Michael B. Jordan, which was
See, that one was
it wasn't good. I didn't like
it
what they
was
did with
whatever.
Doctor Doom. Like
Yeah.
the character design for Doctor Doom was trash.
Yeah.
Well, what was that? Was Fox? No.
I think Fox was the first one, right? And then the second one, I honestly I don't know. I feel like the first one was like with Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I like.
Yeah, those. I mean,
I wish they continued on from there.
yeah, because I do like those characters too, and like
Yeah.
just like the vibe of it. But you know, things have to change, right? But yeah, they definitely changed the
So, what was the vibe of the movie? Because I heard like they kind of go into like a 40s esque.
I think it's like
thing?
a 50s aesthetic.
Yeah, retro.
Yeah, like it's more retro, and I think I like it because the initial Fantastic Four was created around that time, right? Like I feel like as the generations progress, we go back to older aesthetics and we give it like new life, right? So I feel like that's what that movie did.
So, are we feeling like the MCU is going to use Fantastic Four, like Mr. Terrific? That's the name, right?
Yep.
No, Mr. Terrific's in
DC.
Oh, DC, yeah.
What's the main character's name again?
Reed Richards.
Reed
Reed
Richards.
Richards, yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. That's who he is. Are we going to use him as the main character to bring in the X-Men? Is that what's going to happen? Because I heard that instead of using the Avengers as the main team and stuff like that, we're going to use the X-Men.
To be honest, I think this is its own separate universe, but you know how they're doing all these like multiverses and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Reed Richards is the smartest man in the MCU universe, no?
Yeah, he's supposed to be the smartest man. Then I think it's supposed to be Doom next or something like that.
Something
But
like
I honestly don't know because what these producers like to do is set up something and then change their mind, then have it tied into something, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then also it's like a lot of legal things, companies, and Disney and all that stuff. So
especially when info gets leaked, that's when they change everything up.
Hey, not everything can have great foreshadowing like One Piece.
facts, right? No,
Speaking of One
what is
Piece,
the goal?
One Piece is catching up to Superman.
In
As a
terms
character brand, as a branding and sales and everything, it beat Batman. And it's catching up to Superman.
Yeah.
As like an icon, that's crazy to say. Because Superman's been out since like, what, the 1930s, 38 or something?
Something like that.
Anime is growing. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think they said Naruto was the most watched anime or something like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's funny. I had a clip that I found like from a couple years ago. Like Naruto has a lot of gems, like a lot of like life teaching moments that like hits differently. And I especially like I feel like watching it as a kid, like it definitely helped me develop certain
lot of Jiraiya's quotes.
Yeah.
It's actually life.
I like Madara's and Pain's quotes though. Madara, I think Pain particularly had such a crazy arc where he was just dropping a lot of like life lessons, like, you know, and even though he's a villain, but he gives you a different perspective on like war and pain and all that stuff. Gunna just dropped. Do you guys listen to Gunna?
Nah.
I listened to a little bit of it.
I think the last one or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. Nah, I didn't even hear nothing.
I think that's the last album that he's dropping under YSL.
Yeah. So the reason why I mentioned Gunna is because there were talks of Lil Baby dropping a project or even Thug dropping a project at the same time, right? And like my overall question is like, how do you guys feel about just the change of that era of Baby Gunna and Thug not collaborating anymore?
Man, that was a time.
Yeah, like even if you don't listen to their music now, how do you feel about them like 2018, 2019?
That was heat. Remember when they dropped Derek Fisher?
Yeah.
I remember that dropped and like man, high school was lit. I just remember the parties when that song was being played, like it was that was a good time. But I feel like people just grow apart, you know? Shit.
Yeah.
Look at the Migos, you know? The Migos is gone. We don't have... QC is basically done at this point. You know?
I think they still have Yachty, which is like that's carrying that QC name.
Yeah.
But I don't even...
But that roster was crazy.
But see, that's like the power of like ego and everything. Like everybody at the time was on top of everything, right?
Yeah.
And what was it, like 5-6 years after it's like gone? So does that really show you how strong their foundation was?
Yeah, it wasn't as strong as we thought, or maybe it weakened over time. Who knows?
I think even with but the Migos had a very strong run though.
Yeah,
together at least, because I remember they released music from like, well, they blew up like around 2013, 2014, but they've been making music since 2012, and then I think they fell off they kind of broke apart 2022.
Yeah.
That's a good 10-year run.
Yeah, solid.
Unity,
what was the reason
right?
for them breaking?
Huh?
What was the reason for them breaking apart?
I think it has to do with money and girls, to be honest.
Yeah.
That,
Contracts weren't good.
Like, just long story short, I would have to say that was probably the reason, because I remember hearing stories about like Offset talking about not making enough money, and then like you're in a group, so it's you gotta share, right?
Yeah.
Or one person having relationships with another person's girl, like it's just stuff like that, and that would like mess up any type of relationship, friendship, or whatever, right? So I understand it, but you gotta give their flowers, right? Like give them their flowers, because they spent 10 years together, consistently making music and doing things, right?
Yeah.
Right. Not a lot of groups last 10 years.
Didn't wasn't it Gunna that taught Lil Baby how to rap or something like
Yeah.
that? What was the story?
Yeah, I remember Lil Baby was saying that like earlier, because he never wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was Thug and Gunna that was like egging him on to do it, and look, I think Gunna was basically the one to kind of give Lil Baby like tips and tricks and stuff. That push. So
how do you feel about that though? Like someone that kind of like helped you get to where you're at, and then eventually like, yo, I never needed you, or you have a falling off with them and everything. Like,
I think it's sad because that person was such a important figure in your life at that time, but you can't, like, the past is the past, right? Like I don't know the relationship, so I can't really give too much of my opinion on it, but I can say like it looked like Lil Baby gave a lot of props to Gunna when he was coming up, right?
Yeah.
And I think now it's just like with all these different factors and variables, Baby kind of just had to be like, all right, like we're not fucking with you because of codes and morals and them things.
And Baby made his own name by now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's standing on his own.
You can't say Baby sounds like Gunna.
And Gunna sounds like Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
that's fair.
Right. Like
they're both solid artists right
like
now.
they have their own sound and everything, and they just learn from each other, which is fine, right?
And you can't say like, yo, if Baby came up and learned from Gunna, that Baby would still blow up. Like you have to say like, yo, at the end of the day, he had cosigns from Thug and a bunch of other people. I feel like Thug was more of a person that pushed him to get to the point that he is now than Gunna, right? Like I think there wouldn't even be a Gunna if there wasn't Thug.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I say it was more Thug than Gunna, to be honest.
That's
But
fair.
influenced the Baby.
Well, I don't know. When I hear this topic, I hear like it's like you have a good teacher, but you're also a good student, so you could really work with what. But there's also you could have a good teacher and just not go anywhere because you didn't apply yourself, right?
Exactly. And that's the thing about filled potential that like it always bothers me. I'm like, yo, you can see the potential in somebody and see them do great things, but it's like they might not see it within themselves, right?
Yeah.
Or they might not apply it, and it's just sad.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh snap, yo! They're trying to sue your boy Kodak.
For what?
They said faces $10.6 million lawsuit from two men who said they were shot at the 2022 Super Bowl after party. But Kodak also got shot at that party, and they got shot. So they're trying to sue Kodak for $10 million.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna get that.
No.
I think that one is just like you just throw it up in the air and see like maybe it'll give me like $100 or something.
Yeah. See something stick.
Yeah.
So it's funny that like even you mentioning that it just reminds me of his situation with Pressa. You guys know anything about that? Like
No, what happened?
I think because of the shooting, allegedly, I think Pressa had to do something with the shooting because Sniper Gang and then Pressa's people they're beefing. So it was just funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
It was like close to home and stuff.
Facts.
Oh, Adam22 dropped his video with Top 5.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
So we talked about it in an episode where Adam22 came to the city to talk about like just what's going on. So he did content with creators over here and stuff. But yeah, he dropped that video.
Is Top 5 okay? Because I swear he's injured, no?
No, so they recorded the video maybe like a month or a couple weeks before.
Before you went to London?
Yeah, before he went to London. Yo, you guys seen that picture of him?
Yeah,
Yo, the man looks like Frankenstein, bro.
Trust me to try to get him.
Yo, the stitches on his neck is mad. Like,
But is that confirmed? I seen that picture too, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't, man. Shoot,
You think he's gonna change? Do you think he's gonna humble himself?
Nah.
He's a sicko in the head.
Yeah, nah. He I don't know. The shit happens to this guy, and he just comes back even more on it. So it's like.
But I feel like that's just the polys of Toronto. It's like once you're on, you have to kind of keep that image up, right?
Yeah,
and now he's on like an international stage, so now that image and stuff like that, the whole world knows about it. But the thing is, fuckery sells at the end of the day, right?
It most definitely
do we
does.
think he'll use this as like how like 6ix9ine tried to amp himself up?
So you're basically saying that like Top 5 is basically. I said this before, like not on camera, but I do feel like Top 5 is R6ix9ine.
Yeah, I don't think when I say he's a sicko in head, I don't think he's like actually crazy, but I think he's going to use this to look like he's crazy, and he'll just like keep going. And shit.
Yeah,
I'll get
possibly.
the clickbait.
Yeah.
Cause he's been saying some wild stuff since he came on. Like he's saying, "Oh, I'm Jake Shooter, I'm this and that." And it's just like,
shit like that.
I think he's doing what he's doing for attention. It has been working, but I don't know if it's
long lasting.
Yeah. Because you gotta.
He needs to worry about himself. He needs to worry about his safety first.
But that's so like. All right, let's pause for a second. If you guys know who Top 5 was 10 years ago, would you think he would become who he is now and taking pictures with Ye, Neon, Drake, all these streamers?
Nah, I would never thought.
I'm not gonna lie, I seen the potential. I seen that like, he was amassing great numbers, and it was just amount of time because all celebrities need is a moment where someone antagonizes them, right?
Yeah.
To the point where like Top 5 was on the phone with Ye. you know?
But that's so crazy to me because it's like,
And guess what? Drake has all the attention right now. So associating yourself with that, they're gonna look at you and they'll be like, "Yo, who's this guy?" Like, you know, they're gonna be like, like they said when they're watching a Not Like Us, they're researching, right?
And I can't lie, yo, top 5 has been very consistent. You know, so
He's very entertaining. It's like, you know, you watch it and you have a good laugh.
I agree, but like it's just crazy because I remember like he always said Drizzy was his boy, and I always thought it was a joke because I remember like 2016, that was when I first heard about top 5, and he's always
top five.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like, I was like, who the hell's top 5 now?
But like I don't know, I just never thought it would get to this point, like taking pictures with Ye and doing all these things. I'm like, I just couldn't see it.
Yo, clout really goes far, man. I'm telling you. All it takes is just one good moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Or what, you know, a lot of other things, right?
Yo, just like, sorry to bring this up, but Lil Tay. This girl turned 18.
Yeah.
Got on OF, made $1 million, like in just
3 hours.
That whole
That's
situation
crazy.
is
Three?
crazy.
Oh.
Yo, some mans out here, yo, you guys are sickos. Like,
Need to track down those transactions and like get these mans.
get them some help. Like,
I'm gonna hack their
it's
shit.
not that deep, yo.
All right.
But I also want to talk about Black Boy Max. He has left the FaZe Clan.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, to start his own journey with 5 Star, his music.
How do you guys feel about like these streamer groups and stuff?
I like it. I think it brings a new energy to the entertainment world, you know? And it's working.
So I sent a post to the group chat about Reggie and artist called I think his name is Wisdom.
Hurricane
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, they dropped the track. I liked it. I liked it.
It was good, yeah.
So my question is like, now that I feel like streamers are getting into the world of rappers, how y'all feel about that? Like DDG I feel like was the first he was a YouTuber, rapper, and then streamer, but he was like
the first streamer rapper.
and then Platboy. So how do you guys feel about rap, like streamers turning to rappers?
It's like, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like sports and music. You know, like how
because we had Shaq, we had Kobe, what's his name, Damian Lillard. Yes,
right.
yes.
It's like the two industries correlate with each other. You can't.
LaMelo.
When have you ever been to a sports game or played a sports game without music?
Yeah, but do you
the
think
same
they
thing.
can cross over though? Like,
Yeah.
I remember when DDG first came out as a YouTuber, people said he could have crossed over as a rapper.
And he did though.
It's
But-
like actors who cross over to music. Or music or artists who turn to actors.
I think most of the time it's rappers crossing over to actors.
Yeah.
And I think in the early 2000s that was a common thing. Like a lot of rappers became actors, like Ice-T, LL Cool J, Ice Cube.
But look at this.
Bow Wow.
People don't use cable like that, right? So there's always some type of streaming platform, but now it's like actual streamers. And then it's just those actors moving into music.
Yeah, but my question, my overall question is, do you think that they can pull it off though?
Yeah,
for sure.
Because even look at the end of the day, they're all entertainers, right? And that's what the hip hop and all that stuff boils down to, right? Entertainment. Even look at like a person like Drewski. He's going on tour with Could Have Been Records. What the hell?
Yo, man, drop
You
a
know what
track
I'm
with
saying?
Yachty.
Drewski started streaming, right?
Yeah, I
He
think
started
so.
streaming.
I think so. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because he's
Yeah.
no. You know
He's
who
always
started
under
streaming?
required.
That's funny. Ben the Don.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Yeah.
DDG and Ben the Don?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
that-
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I seen her clips on
That shit was
TikTok.
funny.
Them shit's
They're
funny.
hilarious.
Man.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, the crossover, like you see all these different guys able to reach these different feats,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, I could believe and see the growth of it because everyone's, as long as you're able to catch the attention of people and put out a good product, it's gonna work.
Okay.
You know.
So this is our segment for new viewers. Actually, let me stop for a second. Like, comment, subscribe. I think y'all better help us run up these numbers.
Y'all
man.
see us, man.
Y'all
I'm tired of this.
Real talk, you guys be seeing us in real life, giving us our props. We appreciate that, man. But help us run up these numbers, man. YouTube is being very, the algorithm is not in our favors right now. But yeah, help us run up these numbers.
Hey,
Like, comment, subscribe.
Leaving
man.
a like is
Sure.
free.
Trust
It's
me.
Honestly,
free.
Yo, real shit. Yo, let me get at you guys. Yo, things are free and you're not doing what needs to be done.
Facts.
Facts.
If you're a supporter of the group, like, comment, subscribe, man, and yeah, man, we got merch coming through. Check out our Patreon. Check our Spotify. We got a lot of great things coming up, man. If you guys like the product that we're selling, the service that we're giving, please support. But
Facts.
without further ado, let's get into Pandora's box, our mystery box. Yeah. So for new viewers, this is our mystery box. We have a guest, but in this case, us. We're gonna go in here and read out a question and then answer it. So we'll start with BlckkStar.
Yo, watch it be something we talked about. This always happens.
Facts. Oh, that's another running joke on the pod. Yo, anytime we talk about something prior to it, it ends up popping up. So
Yeah.
I don't know this time. Is it possible to heal from the scars of a toxic relationship, or do those wounds permanently shape how we love in the future?
Yo, let me see.
Have we done this one before?
I feel like we talked about
Is
that.
it possible to heal? No, I'm laughing about something, bro. Is it possible to heal from the scars of a toxic relationship, or do those wounds permanently shape how we love in the future?
yo, honestly,
my God.
yo,
All right.
yo, I'm just gonna say it's an inside joke. Like,
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
but-
leave it there.
Oh man, I'm gonna let you answer. Give it back to you.
Oh shit. I think some wounds, like they scar deep, so yeah,
Let's
it'll
get into
permanently
it.
be there.
They're staying
But
there.
you always have to do your things to heal for your own mental health, your own. Like you have to treat certain things as like clarity of life. Like you've learned a new lesson. Sometimes the scar that you've learned, that you've gained, is just a lesson so you could dodge like that wound again in the future, you know? Like for anyone who goes through battle or anyone who like fights like martial arts and everything, once you like get hit that one time in a crazy way, you learn that that's the opportunity to look out for and dodge it and be safer for the next time. But you always got to keep going, you know?
Man, do you heal from? Yeah. Some of them stick with you, but in a way, like if you see the anything that relates to that scar in the future,
You get triggered.
and it's either you know what to do now. It's like, do you dodge the bullet? Do you duck? Like, do you move? Like, you know how to go around it, and even if you want to deal with it or not, you could point it out and make up your mind easier.
Okay. How I feel about it, I think at the end of the day, certain relationships that we have, it either goes positive or negative. I think with a toxic one, it goes negative, and it causes trauma, right? And anything that's traumatic shapes you to become a certain type of person. As much as you can heal from the situation, I think it still develops you to see the world in a certain light. Like I could bump my knee and be like, I'm in pain. There's a scar. But going forward is making me more careful of not bumping my knee on an object. So with relationships, I take a toxic situation as, kind of like what you said, Naya, BlckkStar, as a lesson. But it's a lesson that I'm kind of, I wouldn't say like I have my super guard up, but I have somewhat of a guard, and I'm hesitant to make the full commitment. It's more so just assessing the situation and seeing if that person's worth my time.
That's how life just goes. Like a lot of things are just trial and error. You'll go through a lot of errors, but like you keep going through it, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And I think you really gotta go through that stuff, man. I was having a conversation with a person literally a couple days ago, and I'm just telling them like, yo, like I'm happy that I went through that stuff, because it's like you have to go through that stuff to really, like, I always see you have to go through heartbreak. Like I was talking to my
Facts.
homie, I'm like,
Lessons
you have
learned.
to go through heartbreak. Like it's inevitable. Like if you don't go through heartbreak, like you'll go through life very naive, and you don't want to get to an age where it's like it happens and like you don't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. A lot of people say it's better to have that first heartbreak earlier than later, because you might really crash out when if it's around the time where you're also having a midlife crisis too.
Man, all bad. And then you have more to lose.
Yeah.
At an older age, so it's like, get it out the way.
But let me see that question again.
My bad. Yo, honestly, I remember. I went through my first heartbreak in like high school, bro. And if you know me, you know I love food. I couldn't eat.
Yo.
I was sick. I felt like I was
starving yourself.
It's a real feeling, man.
It's a real feeling. I thought I was gonna throw up my stomach. Like it was.
That's what a lot of people do after a breakup. Yo, people, please take care of yourselves.
Facts.
You have to. You have to keep living no matter what. No matter someone does you wrong, someone betrays you. Like you're living for you. You need to remember that.
Yeah. Cause I'll give a take on this too. Is it possible to heal from the scars of it? I would say yes to that first part. Yes, you can heal. I seen this quote from like Kung Fu Panda where it's like scars fade, but they eventually heal, right? Like I wouldn't say like scars will you'll disappear, like you won't know it's there anymore. I think it leaves a mark for sure.
You can feel it too, even if you
can
can't
feel
see
it. You could just you feel the anxiousness. You feel it in your body. Like if you do a body scan, you're just like, yo, you know what? I get a weird feeling right now, and you could just look yourself and be like, you know what? Like right now, I'm not feeling okay, and I think even in next interview, it's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to be like, you know what? I'm sad right now, and I'm not gonna switch to anger to kind of cope with it. As men already, I'll speak for myself, shit's tough, man. There's going to be days where, like, you're already fighting a lot already in the world. And now you add in something like a heartbreak to it. It's just like you just feel drained. And I know for myself when I was younger, I didn't handle it the best way. I think I definitely switched to anger. And I kind of, like, was doing things angrily to be like, you know what? Like, I'm going to show the world who I really am. But at that point, it becomes so draining and frustrating because you're just like, why am I always going to anger? Is that like the only way I could be seen? And that really gets to you. And it's like, or do these wounds permanently shape how we love in the future?
That's also a thing that like society tries to portray men as always going to anger. So we kind of like do that to ourselves because that's what we believe other people see us as. So we're going to naturally switch to being angry first
because we're in a state of survival. We wanna be in a mode where we're like, you know what, like it's like a what do you call it? It's fight, flight, freeze. You're gonna be in a fight mode, right? And it's and then you gotta realize like, why am I in a fight mode at a baby shower? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be modes where you're trying to figure it out. Like, I'm serious. Like, I know. Like, sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, yo, why am I mean mugging right now? Like, I'm at a carnival right now and people are coming up to me like, yo, like you're good. Like, thinking I'm gonna lock up the spot. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, sometimes you gotta catch yourself and be like, you know, I'm not in that same environment anymore. I gotta cool it down.
Control your emotions, man.
Honestly, it's easier said than done because sometimes like even for me, and this is a little personal for me, but I feel like sometimes I be going through like strong emotions that is so hard to control. Like it's over, like feelings overwhelming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's like I don't like all these emotions are hitting me all at one time, and I'm like, I don't know how to sort them out. You know what I mean? So it's easier said than done.
That's why it's good to like
have emotional intelligence,
and to like have time to yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Without time to yourself, that's what happens. You tend to blow up, and and it affects people around you. So you have to have time to yourself and get that under control.
Yeah, if we're getting personal, I had this talk with a gym buddy the other day. Because he was saying how like he watched the pod and stuff like that, and he checked out a clip. Going through a breakup, I remember one thing I was trying to do to like cope with things like right before the breakup was happening. I just went to the gym, man, and like that's when I was first getting into the gym and staying focused and consistent. And I just realized that being in the gym was my only safe place because I felt like there were certain people I couldn't talk to, certain ways I couldn't bring it up. But just lifting and trying to push my body, like I felt like my emotions like running through, and I was using that as energy.
It's an outlet. That's really what it is. You need an outlet to get those emotions, that frustration out.
Because at some point, like I'm lifting to the point like I'm listening to the music loud as shit, and I'm like amping myself, but like I'm using the energy, and I feel like I'm gonna damn near cry because I'm so mad that shit happened. But I just Gotta keep pushing, man.
It's crazy because sorry for cutting you off, but it's crazy because I remember there was a situation where like I just wasn't in the mental like space, and I was trying to push the way, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
But like you need that emotion to really get through that workout sometimes, like that strong anger. If you're not, and I wouldn't say like you always need that, but like if you're not in a place emotionally, like you're kind of broken, it's hard to push that way. Like you just can't get yourself to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's good to have a drive, a motivation, like just an outlet to get those strong anger emotions out.
Oh, what do we say about certain people who, to control their emotions, instead of taking, because I'm a firm believer in supplementing, like using ashwagandha as a stress reliever or stuff like that. But
I heard-
certain people go through, like, especially high schoolers, we go through like edibles and
Oh,
smoking
like
and
a
stuff.
vice basically.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Like,
Like,
how
what's-
to what's
how to
your advice to people? Because like I feel like,
About vices?
yeah, because using edibles to calm yourself, I don't think is the better way to go. I really
Yeah,
feel like
nah.
you should try something like ashwagandha or
Oh, okay, so what's a good stress? So basically, your question is, what's a good stress reliever to deal with high stress?
yeah, because like you said, you went through a lot of stress and you started not eating as much.
Yeah,
How
so
did you?
I think at that time, like I had to go through the emotions and try to like I wasn't smoking, drinking. I was in high school around that time, so I was in like a lot of different sports. So I'd have to say sports was my outlet, my voice at that time, because like eating, I love eating. So for me to go through that emotionally, it was very hard. I would say now for me, I would have to say like a voice would probably be having a conversation with somebody, or I don't know, like maybe like working out, or like everybody's voice is different. I think that's what my voice is now, but I wouldn't recommend overdoing anything, bro.
Yeah, you have to find a healthy vice. Cause I knew this one guy. Like art was his thing, you know. So
Yeah.
anytime he was going through something,
Outlet, man.
he'll start painting these crazy ass illustrations and shit. And you're like, yo, how'd you even think of this? You know. He's like, I was mad, so you know, I just let it out. And I'm like, damn.
See, that's a creative outlet, and I feel like that's a good one. Like, I think the most, I mean, I don't think it's underrated, but I think even therapy, and people look at it as like, what do I got to tell a therapist? But at the same time, you got to find a therapist that really fits you.
Facts.
That like like that's a professional that like is educated in the way of supporting someone. Even like what Sima said, was like, even trying to talk to someone, like I think that's really underrated in our society, because nowadays people are like, I don't really trust people, I don't need to do this and that. It's like you'd be surprised. You talk about one thing, something that really like shook you to your core once, that like it feels a little uncomfortable. Try talking about it like 15 times, and you call people that you trust, and you're like, you know what, like I never really reached out to this person, I want to call them and let them know how I'm feeling. And just let them know, like, you know what, like right now I'm not feeling the greatest, and they will listen. It depends on who you have around you. I think that's another thing too, is like who you surround yourself with. That really does take you as far as you need to go. That means that if you're not really calling anyone, texting, that means you surround yourself with people that you can't really talk about things with.
Exactly. It's always good to have a good support system, and especially as you get older and you're dealing with a lot of hardships in life, you come to realize how much a good support system is needed, right? Like when you're younger, it's like you don't really value it, you don't really understand it as much, but like now as you get older, like if you're in your mid to late 20s, you realize that support system is it definitely keeps you alive, man.
You know, I was told to get therapy. I said hell no. But like, I was told even if you believe you're a mentally like sound person, like it's still helpful, because there's still things that you bury deep inside and you don't even realize it. But it's hard. I understand that it's hard to push yourself to seek therapy like that, but you never know. If not, come to maybe it gets better.
Yeah. Yo, it's funny because kind of what Delux said about just like getting the right therapist. It reminded me of the conversation of that we had with Marcel when he mentioned like you kind of have to vet your therapist, kind of have an idea of who you're talking to, because it's like at the end of the day, they're human beings too, right? You gotta get a therapist that aligns with some of the things that you're going through, or somebody that even follows the same ethnic group as you, because they have the same plight, the same understanding of what you're going through, right? So that's just like a little tidbit for anybody that is thinking about getting into therapy. Just do your research and have an idea of what to sign yourself up for.
Facts.
But you guys want to ask another question? Any last things?
I'll say like a question that's on my mind is like, how do you view like kind of like emotional intelligence? And I'll explain this, right? So emotional intelligence in the sense like, depending on how you grew up, right? I'll talk about like the way I grew up was we didn't have like a lot of like emotional talk. It wasn't like a lot of hugs or something like that.
Yeah.
So when you get into a relationship on the sense, like let's say for example, this year, like, I don't know, your second relationship, right? And you're trying to like figure out like, oh, okay, I'm with a relationship with someone new. I'm trying to learn them, but they have more experience than me. How do you go about it? Obviously, you're going to make mistakes. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but how do you show up emotionally in that situation?
You know, with that, there's different ways of emotional intelligence. Like some people are really good at reading others, but there's also some people who are only good at sharing their own feelings in a intelligent way, like describing perfectly how they feel. But I don't know.
I think you got for yourself in particular, I'd say you'd have to give yourself grace. Like if you're in a situation where you're in a disadvantage because you're kind of new to the scene, you got to give yourself grace. You got to give yourself some time to understand. Also do some research. Maybe follow a particular role model or ask questions to older people, right? Like kind of have an idea of what you're signing yourself up for or what you should be expecting. Everybody's kind of situation with women are different, or women are males, like depending on the gender.
Yeah.
But my overall advice towards that is that you're never going to be perfect in a relationship. And even with emotional intelligence, it's all about taking the steps to kind of understand yourself, how you react to things, and how what you say affects other people. I look at love languages as a pillar, as something. I always ask somebody I'm speaking to as, what's your love language? Because I want to know how they deal with things and how to treat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it comes to emotional intelligence, I would say like you said, be self-aware. You have to learn self-awareness, and I would say learn from other people's mistakes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's gone through it. There's older people out here that have gone through more than you, and like the world is not being recreated every 2 seconds. Like everyone's basically similar, going through different similar things. So you could learn if you're having a problem with something. You could learn it from somebody else. From even watching a movie, sometimes you might get an idea of like how to deal with the situation.
History always repeats itself.
Exactly. So like, emotional intelligence, I say it comes from just being aware and learning from different people, and just being open to change, I would say.
We talk about a lot of bullshit, but we do talk about a lot of real shit. So let's talk about it. How's everybody's mental health?
It's good. I would say summer's coming to a close. It was a good summer. The weather was a little back and forth, but I enjoyed it overall. Got to be outside and go a couple parties, go a couple different places I've never been to before. Try different food. There's lots of good restaurants in the city, man. What else? Shoot, it was a good time for me. I can't lie. My mental health right now is good. Just ready for bigger and better things. We got a lot on the way. We're talking to different people now, so it's the fact that the podcast is even getting put in different lights and different conversation is like, I'm happy for it. So
the feedback's amazing.
Yeah, it's growing. It's growing.
I love to hear it and see it. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. Just having people come up to us and say, "Yo, I've seen you doing the podcast thing. Like, keep going." Or,
facts.
"Oh, that episode or what you said on that one clip, like, helped me out." That's amazing.
Yeah. Makes you feel good.
So what about you, BlckkStar? How's your mental health?
I'm low-key trying to find this quote because it's been running in my mind again and again. How about we go with? How about you, Deluxe? Let's start with you first.
How's my mental health? Honestly, I would say a while, like maybe the last couple months, it wasn't the greatest, to be honest with you. I was going through something that I'd never really experienced before, and I think just I'm at a point now where I kind of like came to terms with it. So I'd say like it's I'd say medium. I would say I'm all right. The days are getting better, so I feel like that's just my thing of like just processing it and allowing myself to be like, yo, you know what, like just grieve, honestly, grieve properly, and kind of just like understand that like life still goes on. So I'd say that's where I'm at right now.
I wanted to say something. I feel like, and I like to shout out guests whenever they come over here and they drop a gem, but it's okay to not be okay. And I remember Jovi came through and he said that, and it kind of resonated with me. And I think I was going through something at that particular time when I seen the clip. It really is okay to be not okay. Like you gotta, like you said, grieve and go through it, man. Yeah, it's not easy, but you just gotta take things minute by minute, week by week.
Yo, the quote that I have is from Full Metal Alchemist. Y'all need to watch that, tap in. But I don't remember it perfectly word from word, but it's like every lesson in life, there's no lesson in life that is painless. You just have to keep striving to do better and have progress, because what did it say? He's like, everything comes at a cost because we know equivalent exchange of alchemy.
Yeah, I think they've been like, I mean, if you're on TikTok and you have like the anime algorithm, you're probably seeing that quote. I think I know which one you're talking about. But Full Metal Alchemist has a lot of gems in that. And it talks a lot about life and just like what you give to life and what life takes from you, right?
Facts,
Like
facts.
equivalent exchange, right? It's alchemy. But that's a very powerful quote.
And I've just been I think about that a lot with like everything I do, because like, as we know, karma is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's important to like give off a good vibration, give off good energy to anyone that you meet, because you never know what you'll receive back.
There's a lot of attraction as well. Like just the things that you put out in the universe, it's out there, always comes back, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe it gets better, man.
yeah, maybe it does
Maybe
get
it gets
better, bro.
better.
It definitely does get better, but we gotta put that 04 vibe out there. But yeah, in terms of my mental health, I would say I'm actually great. I'm great. I think there's some things that I'm still working on, things that aren't the best at times, but I'm like in a very hopeful state that things will get better. And it's just a matter of time, right? Like it's staying positive, staying consistent, staying grounded, not sinking to that abyss of negativity that we all face. And that's like the biggest thing, like not letting those negative thoughts creep up in your head and dictate where you're going, right? Because
One rule that I've been sticking to is, when you have the negative thought, just don't say it out loud.
yeah,
You shut it down in your mind instead of saying it out loud.
but I think
Or even like one of the things I've seen in a video is just like they're just thoughts.
they
Like,
are,
they're just
Right,
thoughts.
right.
but that's how you truly feel at that moment, right? I think.
But you could just let it go, because the thing is, it's like a wave, right? Like once that first wave hits, it's like, oh, I'm feeling sad, but guess what? Like that's just an idea of being sad.
That's the beauty of emotional intelligence, because I feel like
Discernment.
exactly our conversation right now is highlighting emotional intelligence. Like without emotional intelligence, you can't have a negative thought and just be like, okay, like yo, this is just a thought. You're just gonna hear the negative thought and have it really dictate where you're going and how you're feeling. But just knowing that I can't let these things phase me, or if I'm in a bad situation or I feel bad about myself or my self-esteem is very low, and knowing that it's just a phase and it's not like my permanent situation is powerful, because not a lot of people know that. Like people unalive themselves because they let these thoughts, these situations,
they start to believe like this is their life and
Exactly.
this is what they're stuck in.
Right? So it's like discernment, having emotional intelligence, being self-aware. Like these are very powerful things that really carry you, man. And it's all in your head. And that like we're a ship. Like like our brain is the captain. Like we gotta make sure that we're in a mental space to really push us forward, because our mentality is what really elevates us to that next level, right? So
And for anyone who is truly going through it right now and you aren't eating, please eat something. Nourishment is so important because that really does affect your thoughts. You will be in a negative state if you're hungry.
or if you're like me and you just eat, try not to eat too much, because that's definitely the thing, bro. Yo, sometimes like I'm joking, but like sometimes like I'll just be so like down and I'll just start eating a lot. Cause I think it's just like you're eating because you're bored or you're just trying to find like an outlet of enjoyment, right?
That's true too.
So it is a very there's both sides of the coin.
It's a dopamine hit.
Yeah. So now like me, oh my god. Sometimes I remember one time I was so down. I was like, I need something good, like good food.
Yo,
you know what I
a
mean?
bad day, if you get some good food, that always raise up your spirits.
What?
But you also have to you have to eat while the food's hot.
Yes.
That keeps you like really happy too.
Yo,
while
I
you're
think I
eating.
seen this one post of this baby crying and she was just eating some food and you could just tell like the food was so good. The tears were coming down, but she was enjoying the food. Like, sometimes you
Tears
just
of joy.
tears of sadness, but it also looked like tears of joy. But yeah, that's been our episode, guys. So actually, is there anything you guys want to say before we wrap up? No?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Okay. But yeah, that's been our episode, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was great talking, unpacking. If you guys like content like this more, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Patreon. I know you see the new setup. Let us know how you guys like how we are now. Bigger and better stuff coming. If there's a guest, things, topics you guys want to see, please comment. And 5 stars for Spotify. Merch coming. Am I forgetting anything?
Maybe it gets better.
Maybe it gets better, man.
Peace.